Hello there guys, and welcome back to Warlock, Master of the Arcane. Well, I'm still at peace with the yellow guy, and I am attacking the red guy. The red and yellow guys are also attacking each other, which is going to help me out a little bit, hopefully. Just remembered I've still got this quest to build a temple to Crypta, but I haven't actually been able to do that yet. It would give me some reputation with the god and the ability to produce some ancient liches, but at the moment doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon. So let's end that turn and get on with what we were doing. Hopefully get to wipe these werewolves out soon, because they're a bit of a pain. So I've got my archers here. I'm going to continue to move these guys forwards in the hope that they can actually be useful. Okay, so... And also my ally is at war with the yellow guy, but not the red guy. This is something I mentioned at the beginning of the last video, which I find a real pain. I think he's the reason why everything seemed to be going wrong, because whenever I declared war against one person, he'd declare war against the other and make peace with the one that I was on side with. So it's been a bit of a nightmare. Okay, so we've researched a new spell. We have Basic Dispel. We can now research our next spell. Blessing of the Sun might be quite nice. Increases food production in the target city, which is a very, very nice spell. Very, very quick to research, so let's do that. Construction is complete. We have built another mage tower. Can't do an awful lot with it right now. We do have some units here, so we're going to use it to try and take out these neutral creatures which have turned up within our borders from somewhere. Nearly got them wiped out. Okay, now finally our ally is at war with the red guy. That's what I was waiting for. That is what I wanted. So who needs orders? You do, of course. Let's move you down to this hex, because then this guy can pull into the space that you were in. Probably can't fire on this turn. Oh, he can actually. And this guy has an upgrade that gives him a bit better vision, which is why you can see these units here. We do get to upgrade this guy, so we're going to give them more power. We've got 8 units all awaiting orders. I think you guys can just stay there. We have our settlers now, so we can now actually build undead settlers. We're going to get these guys over and try and build on another city over here. It will certainly help us to control the neutral population of this island, and maybe allow, if I build it here, allow us to capture this holy ground as well. And this portal. So I think what I'm going to do is try and settle here on this forest tile, but we'll see how that works out. Probably won't, knowing my luck. You guys might as well just stay there. I don't want to risk going too far forwards and attacking. I've only got 12 mana as well, so I can't do an awful lot of anything useful, which is a bit of a shame. I could start to try and move units forward. Let me just move my hero in just so I can see what's going over here, because they did have some units. The only problem is he can actually do an awful lot of damage to me. He's got a lot of power. But we're going to try and do what we can. That was a critical hit. That was actually quite good. I'm going to move these guys up, actually. Not enough movement points. Oh yeah, because I told them to rest, which is a bit of... That's the thing I hate about this. Once you've told someone to rest for the turn, even though they haven't technically done anything, it's very, very difficult to... Well, it just uses all their movement straight away, even though they've done nothing, which is a bit of a pain. So, do I risk moving you up to a position where you can attack it? I think I do. Try and get my healer behind him and keep him healed where I can. And try and support it with spell damage where I can, which is going to be a little bit difficult. I do have some more warriors that I can bring up as well as some archers. So I'm going to get these guys up as much as I can as well. So I'm just going to try and swarm it with units and see what happens. You guys are just going to stay there because you can't really do anything. So let's end the turn. Not sure what he is doing down there. Yellow guy's still attacking him, which is really good for me. That helps out quite a lot. That neutral is moving off. He has a lot of movement, doesn't he? Okay.
You have received a new request, my lord.
Right, let's do first things first. We have these warriors. Let us give them some extra damage in melee. We have a request. Capture the city of a great mage. Well, this is what we are trying to capture. There's no penalty for for not doing it. We'd get 200 gold and some extra knights. So yeah, we're going to go for that. We might actually pull it off. Enemy at the gates, of course, which is these neutrals. Well, just one pack. We can take those out quite easily. So now, I just love the soundbite there. We can now move these guys up. We've got a lot of units here that we can assign. We've got more mages now. So let's start moving up, and hopefully the yellow guy isn't going to pick on us this turn. If he does, it's going to be very, very annoying. But we're going to do all that we can. Mages did take an unfortunate bit of damage on that turn. But they didn't take a lot of damage. We're going to do everything we can to try and take this city out. We are going to heal the mages up. We are going to move our archers closer in the hope that they can actually hit it from a distance. He's building a fort there, which I can't actually attack at the moment, because at the moment it doesn't really count as a fort. So I'm just going to move as many units up as I can. Keeping these guys here because we may need to attack that. Although we do have our own bat tower, we may be able to do something about that. Spell-wise, we only have 16 mana, which isn't really an awful lot. Can't do anything with that. You guys are going to stay there for the time being. You guys are just going to leave for now until we've used our galleon to try and take these werewolves out completely, if at all possible. Which we now have. Now, of course, we can't loot that. We do have a promotion on one of our galleons as well now. We could give it extra movement, or we could give it extra damage. We're definitely going to be giving it extra damage. You guys can't do an awful lot right here. So, I think we're going to leave you, and we'll try and wipe more of these units out with the galleons on the next turn. And, of course, we're still working to try and move our settler across to that side of the map. I'll give him water... Well, he probably doesn't need the water walking, actually. So, the yellow guy is still helping us. He's still attacking our mages, which makes sense because they are probably our strongest units by a long shot. These guys have got a promotion for reasons that I cannot begin to fathom. So, we're going to carry on shooting at these. It's just free XP at the end of the day. It's just helping us level up. It's not doing anything else. There we go. There's another lot of units taken out. We can construct another building over here. This is probably where we should go for something useful. Maybe well, we haven't got that much gold coming in either, as nice as a mana trap would be. So let's go for a craftsman's district on this occasion. But it is growing. It's growing, a growing city, which is going to help out. A lot of units that need orders. And we now have our bats as well. This place is starting to get repaired. So, let's give him pretty much everything we've got. Which isn't a lot, I admit. Now, I'm still going to keep my healer here. Because he's in a good spot to, you know, heal a lot of my units up, really. Let's give these guys the blessing, which makes them a little bit stronger, a little bit faster, a little bit more resilient. Still not an awful lot of damage. I want to keep my healer here just in case he starts firing at me with this castle that he's building. And my hero gets an upgrade, which is also brilliant. So bonus to attacks on weakened units, extra movement points, or defense bonus in city. Bonus when attacking targets in a city. Now that doesn't make sense. Defense bonus in city, bonus when attacking targets in a city. Doesn't really give him a bonus for actually attacking an enemy city. But there again, he's not really attacking units at the moment, so let's give him the city fighter just in case it does actually help out with anything. Yeah, it doesn't really tell you what sort of bonus it gives you. It's a bit vague on that one. We're going to keep those guys up there just for when that castle gets built. You guys can't really do anything. I'm going to move you over to here. In fact, I'd like you in that hex. Gives me a bit more vision, and it means that these towers may well fire at these guys as opposed to firing at my buildings. We'll see how that works out. We've got our bats, of course. They're not going to do anything right now. I'm going to try and attack that fort if we can. However, it will not let us, so let's get back out of range of danger. And we've got you guys who... What I'm actually going to do is just put them on sleep, because they can't really do anything right now. And of course our settlers, which are still moving, making their way over to the other side. Not going to build any more units for now, because I'm getting to the point where I'm running out of health. I mean food. Now the yellow guys decided to attack me, which is very, very annoying. Because I was attacking his common enemy, yet now he's decided to attack me. Which now means I'm fighting a war on two fronts, which is absolutely infuriating. See, he's still at war with the red guy. Why would anyone... Right, at least he's taking a lot of damage from the red guy, which is good for me. Right, you, sir, are a complete idiot. Right, 2 units have had a promotion. Let us give extra damage to the mages. Let us use our healer to heal the mages, because they are by far our most important unit here. Let us start trying to take out some of his guys. Because that'll learn him for being an idiot and attacking someone who is trying to take out his people that he's against. Don't have an awful lot of health, awful lot of mana, but I'm going to do what I can to try and weaken his units up. Thin them out a little bit.
Clear-eyed and ready.
Do as much as I can to damage this city. I am going to try and declare peace with the yellow guy as soon as it gives me the option. Because I'd sooner just try and take this city out and ignore the yellow guy instead of swapping from one guy to another. Of course, he's got these settlers down there, which are just going to get completely ripped to pieces in a single shot. You get a promotion as well. Not an awful lot I can do. We'll give you some extra damage, but you're probably going to get ripped to pieces at the end of this turn. Going to move these archers forwards. It's probably a bad idea. They're probably going to get taken out because we do have this rather annoying tower here. Although it has taken some damage, so let's see if we can't. Let's see if we can't take that out. Our mages haven't taken a shot yet either. So what do I go for first? I'm going to try and take this tower out because that is what is doing the majority of the damage to us. So at least that's gone now, and that will slow his progress down significantly. These guys can still have an attack. I know they're a little bit weakened, but might as well go for that. Right, can I get these bats down and attack these guys? Yes. Will I win? Difficult to say because I don't do all that much damage, but at least it's put another unit in his way. Oh look, the werewolves are back. They're just going to keep constantly respawning. At least it's constantly giving these units XP, so I don't mind doing that too much. Much quicker doing it with 2. Sure, I told you guys just to sit it out and not do anything, so... yeah, do that. Okay, what have we got there? There are rat men. We're going to keep you asleep for the time being. Just, yep, just defend. And I guess we go on to the next turn and see what happens. I should have actually checked those guys and made sure that they weren't moving directly through his territory. I forgot about those. That's another thing that's a little annoying. It fails to turn around and say, oh, by the way, you were moving through this guy's territory and he's just declared war on you. Which is another thing I like about Civilization 5. If somebody that you're friendly with and you're in their territory goes to war with you, it automatically pushes all your units out of their territory. Which also serves to help if you are... it removes the ability to put a massive amount of units in your opponent's territory and then have them... and then declare war on them and you've already got a load of units there. which is a good thing. So you can't just build up a massive... You can't ally with somebody, build up a massive army, put it in their city, then declare war on them, and they're already surrounded. Right, that was very, very annoying there now, because I've lost some mages, which is you know, they are really good units. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have a little bit to do on this turn. So, let us research something useful. Clean the land, whatever. Okay, research complete. We know about that blessing of the sun. Enemy at the gates. Let's do what we can do. Well, we need to try and take this thing out because this is our biggest worry at the moment. It's a little bit too close for my liking. You are close enough to... What? Attack what? You're close enough to attack something. These guys, apparently. Do as much damage to them as we can as payback for our mages. At the same time, we are going to create some more mages. You guys are going to do your usual thing of just continuing to beat on these werewolves over here. And you have taken them out. So I am going to move you down here. Oh look, more werewolves. That's a lot of stuff. And they've got mages. There's all kinds of crazy stuff going on down here. Now, these guys can actually fly. All flying creatures can actually fly over water. It's as if they've got water walking. So that's one thing worth remembering. Though they are very, very weak. You guys can't do an awful lot. I could attack the fort, but is there any point in doing that? Because you'd be in, well, you'd be in range of that castle there. So it's probably not worth doing anything with those guys. Keep telling you guys just to sit there and not do anything. Okay, so what have we got over here? What can we do? Well, I think I'm going to get you... You don't have a heal available at the moment, which is a bit of a pain. So I'm going to move you one forwards, and then you'll be close enough to actually hit that with your magic, which should be quite significant. Yeah, that's done a fair bit of damage to that, which is really nice. Going to get my... Right, can't attack that yet because it isn't built. So we're going to give everything we've got to trying to take out this city for the time being. You can have an attack as well. Right, nobody else is really in a safe spot to have a punt at it, to be honest. Let's get you guys over here. Right, you're fairly safe there for the time being. It's another 8 damage. Let's move... Actually, I'm just going to heal you up because you're fairly weak at the moment. Right, what else have we got? You guys, you haven't had an attack yet. Again, you're fairly weakened. But every bit of damage is a bit of damage. You guys are just going to heal up because you can't really get close enough to it to do anything. Heal up, please. Ah. Nope, doesn't want to let them. Just defend then. If that's how it wants to be. Right, now what we want to do with you is get you across and land you here. So, let's end the turn. He's still attacking the neutrals, that's our ally. I'm getting a little bit of grief from those guys, which was to be expected. I did expect he'd probably get some warriors down to those archers, which is a bit annoying. And he's spawned some ghost wolves in my territory, which again is quite annoying. But they seem to be having to now deal with the neutrals, which is good. Though he has wiped the neutrals out. So, what are we going to do? We've got 2 promotions. These guys have been promoted, so let's give them some missile resistance. He's probably just put those units there to bait me into attacking them as opposed to attacking this thing. But I want that thing gone. And so it is gone. I also want these guys gone. And they're not quite gone, sadly. Though you are within range of that tower, so we'll hit you with the tower. And save the movement of the archers so they can heal up. Now you guys get to level up as well. We will give you extra missile damage, and then you might be able to take these guys out, though I doubt it. Yeah, barely did a thing to them. Mages are going to continue their attack. Critical hit.
Attack!
didn't do as much damage as I would have liked. They have had a promotion. A big critical hit from those guys. Right, he's getting in a lot of trouble with this city now. Let's give you some missile resistance. Really can't believe how many units there are over here. And how quickly they're constantly respawning. That is just outstanding. Right, what can we do about you guys? Because you're kind of useless. Can't really do an awful lot with you. I can go down here. Oh, it does look like they do have a few more cities. Those lands are a little bit bigger than I expected. Wow, they didn't do very well at all, did they? Still don't have a lot of mana left, so I can't really do anything with that. And I've still got these warriors here who are going to stay there, because this place is relatively well defended at the moment. So we have received an offer. Of course, we are still being attacked by the yellow guy. Which again is strange, because I'm doing him a favour. I'm attacking the guy that he's at war with. Still, my main aim is to actually take the Red City. That's what I want to do. That is all I'm concerned about at the moment. That is what I'm 100% focused on. Obviously, I want to try and keep my units alive in the process, because I am getting significantly weakened. Looks like my ally is actually doing something almost to help. Okay, so what are we going to do? As usual, we're going to take these werewolves out. Nearly took them out with a single hit from a single galleon, so it shows that upgraded galleons are really worth having. So that's another thing to do. What's this offer? He wants to give me gold for a spell. Yeah, I'm not going to say no to that. Okay, what am I going to do here? Well, let us attack his units. What can you hit? You can actually hit those. So that is what we shall do. You can't hit those from that distance, so you're going to attack those guys. Well, that's got rid of them at least. Right. So, hopefully, wasn't quite as much damage as I wanted. Right, can you take it now? Is that it? Is that enough? Yes. Brilliant. So that gives us a... We've finally taken one of his cities. That gives us some gold and some units. We can construct a building. We are going to go for a magic tower. And we are going to... now, what do? Do I try and finish off the reds? Or do I just try and hold back the yellow guy? This is where it's going to get... This is where it's going to be a difficult choice. I think I should try and take out the yellow guy. And my reasoning for that is the red guy is sandwiched between myself and my ally. That could be a bad move on my part. But that's what I'm going to try and do. So, I'm going to move these guys over here. And the reason for that is I want to move my healer forwards. And I actually want to use him to attack these guys because he should do a significant amount of damage to them. On the next few turns, I might have to get him to start healing some people up. You guys may as well just stay there for now. Not an awful lot you can do. And we have those stubborn knights. Yeah, we've got some more of those. So let's actually get you guys forward. Get you involved in the fight. Right, what have we got here? So Caravs, well, it's probably Caravels. Caravels can be recruited in the city we've just captured, which is great. Don't really need any of those at the moment, though. So, let us end the turn. And we'll play one more turn, and then I think that's where we'll end the video. That's not nice, being hit by that. At least on the plus side, I did do what I set out to do, which was to take a city. Finally, I've taken a city from one of my opponents. Okay, now that's not particularly good going, because we are now being attacked by the other guy again, because he is just a colossal pain in the arse. So what we're going to do, move this guy forward.
Fire it ready.
We'll continue taking out as many of these units as we can for all their lovely free XPs. We do have a promotion, which is our healer actually. So a healing aura, regeneration +5 effect is applied to all neighbouring friendly units. That's got to be the best one to have here, standing in the middle of this lot. I'm going to start doing damage to all the guys that are around me, because I want to get them taken out. I also want this thing taken out as well. Can't do nearly as much damage to that as I would like, so I'm going to use my mages to attack it. Of course, I am building one of my own.
Attention.
And he may well try and move around and attack me from the north. The red guy, because the red guy is going to want to get his city back. I don't intend to let him have it. At least I don't intend to let him have it easily. Now we're running short of gold again. We could build a cleric's guild. We could build a university. University would be good. It would give us more mana and more research. And it'll let us build a military academy. The problem is it actually costs quite a bit of gold to run. Which makes me think I should probably get something else to help me with gold. But there isn't really anything here that gives me... Well, I can double up on buildings. That's not a problem. But nothing else here is really all that useful. So let's build a university anyway. Probably a bad move, but we'll see what happens. We can build another building over here, though. Craftsman's District. So let's go for another Craftsman's District. That will help give us some more money. We have some more mages who we want to try and get up here carefully. Can we actually declare peace with this guy yet? We can go for it.
Negotiate if you believe it is quite necessary.
Right, he wants to go for peace. That's good, because that means he'll actually leave me alone for a few turns and I can continue to push towards the red. But I do intend to build up an army and then go for the yellow guy as soon as I can. So you guys are going to sit pretty there. That's my hero. You are going to stay there and heal up. And this guy on the boat, you're not really an awful lot of use down there, so... just sort of fire from the coast and do absolutely nothing. But no, that is progress. I now have this city, which is fairly significant because it has a lot of land associated with it, and it makes it a little bit easier for me to push against the reds, and also a little bit easier to push against the yellows. They've got quite a lot of space there. Of course, that now means that I have 7 cities, and I'm about to have 8 by settling another one down here on this piece of land. Luckily, this isn't like Civilization. You don't take a penalty for having a huge number of cities. You don't have happiness to worry about. But, yeah, I think it's going quite well now. So, thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you're still enjoying the series, and I hope you're learning at least a little bit of bits and pieces along the way. I'm certainly learning a few things as I go. So remember, if you do have any questions, feel free to ask and I'll answer as best I can. Or if you've got any ideas or suggestions, if you've played the game before and you think that I'm doing something wrong, if you can give me some hints and advice, by all means do so. And I'll try and incorporate them into a future video. So until next time, goodbye for now.